a GTO strategy and another player plays any other strategy, if your strategy is truly GTO, then you're going to win some amount of money. It doesn't try to make the most money possible. It's just a strategy that cannot be beaten. And actually, it would be like quite a bit of money if you played enough hands. However, it is really tough to play GTO. The way that we found out more about GTO, unless you're really, really good at math and do a ton of math work, which, I mean, I don't know many players that really do that. Basically, we found out through using computer simulations from programs and stuff like that, using like PioSOLVER is very notorious these days for something that makes looking at GTO strategies quite easy. But there are a few different solvers out there for No Limit Holdem. Maybe people have had custom solvers or people have had bots or whatever before PioSOLVER came out. But yeah, basically just the main way of learning about GTO is by using programs and or like a bot to help. You can do that much better online just because you get more hands to play. I mean, you can do it live as well if you're paying attention, and players play hands much more speculatively live in my experience. There's this live read aspect that it's pretty tough to play play great and play the same way you always do when you have like a very good hand or very bad hand. So I mean, for that reason, you would want to not consider GTO quite as much. And if you do pick up live tells or whatever, you'd much rather use those if they're good enough, or if you're good enough at it, then use like some strategy that's supposed to work in the very long run. Yeah, there are a lot of things like that. Very simple examples. A lot of players really like to bet for protection, or they like to like put a lot of money in before the board gets bad or becomes like unfavorable. But while that's like somewhat of a consideration, normally what you do is bet small to bet for protection, especially if your hand like doesn't extract much value from other weaker hands. But a lot of things, if you look at the simulations, you'll see that a lot of ways hands play, they actually like would rather wait for favorable runouts and then put a lot of money in. So a lot of new players have this backwards. They have this idea that, oh, I've got to put my money in before like bad cards come out or whatever. But the simulations do it the other way. They say, I don't want to put money in until good cards come out. Another thing is a lot of players like feel the need to like always fast play. Sometimes there are other ways of thinking of things that work out better than always fast playing. Like you should have some traps in some really not obvious situations if you're playing optimally. And then things change more and more when you play more shallow, because ranges become a bit more polarized when you're shallow, and weird things happen when ranges are very polarized. But basically, there are a lot of things that are very, very not intuitive, or very, very counterintuitive about proper play. As I was saying before, people don't even play a Limit Holdem right, and Limit Holdem was solved ages ago. So people are not about to start playing No Limit Holdem perfectly anytime soon. They play it much better than they used to, that's for sure. I mean, I play it much better than I used to as well.